I can't find my bracelet. My mother-in-law must have taken it again. Stop complaining. It's from Mom. Just deal with it. My mother-in-law has a habit of taking my stuff without asking, and my husband sides with her every time. Why won't he stand up for me? I'm seriously struggling here. Then the unthinkable happened. My husband's prized luxury car got stolen. I know who did it. My name is Emma. I'm 28 years old. My happy life with my husband Ethan started to crumble about a year into our marriage. We both work, but I get off earlier, so I head home and prepare dinner. That day, waiting for my husband to come home, he dropped a bomb. Mom's coming to stay with us starting next week. Wait, what? You mean she's staying overnight? My husband sighed heavily at my question. She's not just staying. She's moving in. Moving in? Yeah, it's like living together, since Dad passed away. Mom's been alone. She's getting older. It's tough for her. Hold on a second. You can't just decide this. We have our own lives too. At least give me some time to think. Despite my plea, my husband just grinned and brushed it off. It's fine. Mom wants to feel secure, so she just wants to live with us. I get that she might feel lonely and insecure, but you made this huge decision without consulting me. Couldn't you at least have told me? Why do I need to report every little thing to you? She's my mother. That's exactly the point. She's your mom, not mine. I have to make all sorts of adjustments, What are you so mad about? Anyway, it's settled. Deal with it. Wait, hold on. Ignoring me, my husband walked out of the room. Left behind, I felt my frustration growing. How could he make such a big decision about us living together without even consulting me? I still have to make adjustments no matter what. Ethan doesn't lift a finger around the house and acts like it's no big deal because she's his mom. We've tried talking it through several times, but all he says is, "It's already been decided," shutting down any conversation. Sure enough, next week, his mother-in-law, shows up at our house just like it was planned. If mother-in-law was a normal person, I wouldn't be so against living together. But every time I see her, she makes snide remarks and bullies me. That's exactly why I can't fathom living with her and only go to her house when absolutely necessary. But now, out of the blue, it's been decided we'll be living together. As I expected, mother-in-law started making snide comments to me the very first day. "Emma, don't you know I was coming today? There's trash in the corner of the room." "I'm sorry, I was working today, so I didn't have time to clean." Excuses. Couldn't you have cleaned up after work? But then I wouldn't have time to prepare dinner. Oh, for heaven's sake, stop talking back. How do you even manage being Ethan's wife? Be more efficient. I'm sorry. 10 minutes in our home, and it's already like this. I'm really worried about what's to come. From that day on, mother-in-law's oppressive behavior escalated and constantly stressed me out. One day I came home from work, and mother-in-law greeted me with a huge smile, saying, "Welcome home." I usually don't get this kind of greeting, so it was eerie. Then I noticed something shiny around mother-in-law's neck. Wait, is that necklace? It looked similar to what I owned. Having a bad feeling, I rushed to my room and checked my jewelry box. My suspicion was correct. I immediately headed to the living room and confronted mother-in-law, who was sitting there leisurely. "Mother-in-law, that necklace. It's mine, isn't it?" "Oh, you finally noticed. It suits me, don't you think?" I lost my cool with her shameless reply. "What are you talking about? Stop using my stuff without permission." "What's the big deal? It's not like it's going to be used up or anything." "That's not the point." "Stop complaining and get dinner ready. Ethan will be home soon." Even as I prepared dinner, my mother-in-law continued to interfere, ratcheting up my stress levels. That night, I couldn't take it anymore and decided to talk to my husband. Hey, Ethan, can we talk? What's up? Today I caught mother-in-law wearing my necklace without asking. Oh? So? So? Do you get it? She went into my room, opened my jewelry box, and basically stole it. Stole? Aren't you exaggerating? Exaggerating? How am I exaggerating? Calm down. I'm sure Mom didn't mean any harm. Anger welled up in me at my husband siding with mother-in-law. Holding back from raising my voice, I kept making my point. You're saying it's okay to go into someone's room without permission and take their stuff? A normal person would at least say sorry. Well, Mom just saw something nice and took it. That's not the point, Ethan. You need to talk to her. What, me? Of course you. Mother-in-law disrespects me. Telling her off won't do anything. So you, her son, need to do it. Fine. I'm counting on you, okay? Despite my emphasis, it seemed my husband forgot by the next day. I shot him a few dirty looks, but he never confronted mother-in-law. Since then, mother-in-law started using my stuff without asking. In other words, she borrowed without permission. No matter how much I complained, she didn't listen. Plus, there are no locks on the doors in this house, so telling her off would be pointless unless she changes her ways. If this continues, I'll end up losing my belongings. I have to put a stop to mother-in-law's behavior. I need to come up with some sort of plan. Then, one day, an incident occurred that I absolutely couldn't forgive. Well, it's gone. How could this happen? Today I had plans to meet up with a friend and wanted to wear my late mother's bracelet for the occasion. It's a precious item, so I never keep it in the jewelry box. Instead, it's stashed deep in my desk drawer. And yet, it's missing. The only person who could have taken it is my mother-in-law. When I confront her sternly, she casually admits to the theft. Oh, that bracelet? I just borrowed it. Borrowed it? Then give it back right now. I need it. I can't do that. Why not? Because I sold it. What? You sold it? Is this some kind of joke? Who sells someone else's belongings? Though rattled, I fought back. Enough with the jokes. Give it back now. It's no lie. By the way, most of the things I've borrowed from you, sold those too. What on earth are you thinking? As I argue with my mother-in-law, my husband Ethan, who just woke up, joins us. Ethan, listen to this. In a rush, I explain the situation. Your mom sold my bracelet. Bracelet? The one that belonged to my late mom. Plus, she's been selling off most of the stuff she's borrowed from me without my permission. Mom, is this true? Faced with the question, my mother-in-law sticks out her tongue in a mock gesture. I'm on a fixed income, you know. I don't want to be a burden, but I can't make ends meet without a little extra cash. You've got to be kidding. What gives you the right? Don't get so mad. I didn't mean any harm. Mean any harm? If you meant no harm, you wouldn't be selling and stealing other people's stuff. That's because, where did you sell it? Buy it back right now. At that moment, my husband yelled, Enough is enough! He was glaring, not at his mom, but at me. Confused, I questioned him. Why are you yelling at me, Ethan? Your mom took my bracelet without asking. Be quiet. I did it for Mom. Stop complaining. For Mom? Are you kidding? Why do I have to give up my cherished items for her? Because it makes Mom happy. She's your mother-in-law. Show some respect. Just do as you're told. I snapped right then and there. I couldn't take it anymore. Not his thieving mom, and not Ethan taking her side. I can't go on living with people like this. Fueled by rising hatred, I shouted back. That's it. If you're not going to return it, let's get a divorce. What? Quit joking about divorce. I'm not joking. I am dead serious. Fine, whatever. I'll get the divorce papers today. Good. If you're going that way, I have no problem with it. Amidst our argument, his mom had a look of satisfaction on her face. She never liked me. Her real goal was likely to get me out and have this house to herself and her son. That night, my husband came home and handed me the filled-out divorce papers. After signing them, I began to pack. I'll pick the right moment to leave. That's what I decided. The next day, during my work break, I checked my phone and found multiple missed calls from my nearby living sister, Sophia. Something must have happened. I called her back, and she dropped a bombshell. Wait, Sophia, is that true? It is. No mistaking it. It's not something you see around here. But why? I took a photo, so I'll send it. Make sure to check it on your end, too, sis. Okay, got it. Right after hanging up, a photo came through from my sister. Without a doubt, it was the damning evidence that could ruin my mother-in-law. When I got home and was calmly preparing dinner, my husband Ethan stormed in, looking panicked. Emma, this is serious. What happened? My prized car is missing. Wow, that sounds serious. Come on, why are you so indifferent? You know how much that car means to me. I do. It's the car you've been dreaming of since you were single, and you finally managed to buy it last year, right? Exactly. So act more concerned. We're still paying off the car loan. Where could it have gone? Don't tell me, Emma. Did you take it out? Of course not. I have my own compact car. Plus, I know you'd be mad if I took yours. Right, but then where? My eyes glanced towards mother-in-law, and she quickly looked away. That confirmed my suspicion. Ethan, I think mother-in-law knows something. What? Why would Mom know? Isn't that right, mother-in-law? As I questioned her, mother-in-law's face turned ashen. What are you talking about, Emma? How is Mom involved? Well, I got a call from Sophia today. Sophia? She happened to be out shopping and saw mother-in-law driving your car. What? That car's a foreign model and it's blue, so it's pretty recognizable around here. Sophia said that she even recognized the license plate. Wait, hey, what's going on here? Ethan, now red in the face, confronted mother-in-law. Mother-in-law started stammering her excuses. No, Ethan, I just borrowed the car for a little bit. Borrowed? Are you kidding me? I've told you countless times not to touch that car. I'm sorry, but I just really wanted to drive it. What the heck did you do with the car then? Did you leave it somewhere? No, that's not it. But I did leave the keys in the ignition. Someone from the neighborhood must have stolen it. Stolen? Are you kidding me? I swear I drove the car all the way home. I'm not lying. I showed mother-in-law a photo to put her in her place. Is this why you're lying, mother-in-law? Because you wrecked the car like this? What the? Emma? How did you get that picture? The photo I showed her was sent to me by my sister, Sophia. It clearly showed mother-in-law driving a badly damaged luxury car. My sister took this just in case and sent it to me. You took Ethan's car and ended up damaging it so much that you couldn't drive it back, could you? No, that's not. So where's the car? Besides, if someone from the neighborhood had stolen it, someone would have noticed, right? Well, you see, my husband started shaking next to me and yelled at mother-in-law with a fierce look on his face. Are you kidding me? You damaged my car and then what? Give it back now. Calm down, Ethan. How can I be calm? You're paying for the repairs, got it? That's impossible. I've already sold the car. Sold it? That's not possible. The car's in my name. I found a dealer that said they would buy any car. They said I could even sell it as proxy. So I sold it for $4,000. What? $4,000? The luxury car my husband bought would easily go for hundreds of thousands, even if sold now. Mother-in-law was fooled by some sketchy dealer who didn't know the car's worth and got ripped off. When my husband found out, he was livid and yelled at mother-in-law like never before. "You've got to be kidding me. Do you know how much that car meant to me?" "I'm sorry, Ethan. You better make it right. I'll give you back the $4,000, so please forgive me. $4,000 isn't even close to enough. Get out." My husband forcefully kicked his mother out and locked the front door. He turned to me, defeated, and mumbled, "I never thought Mom could be so toxic. I'm sorry for not taking your side before. It's about time you got it. Don't worry, I'm over it. Now that she's gone, let's live happily together again." "Excuse me? No, we won't." "What? I want a divorce." Instantly, his face turned pale and he clung to me. "Hold on a second. I already kicked Mom out. Why divorce now?" "Don't you get it? I'm fed up with you, too. My decision to divorce stands. I have no intention of mending things at this point. You've sided with your mom so many times." "That's unfair. You're being too harsh." "Harsh? You've got some nerve. You did nothing when I needed help. You're so self-centered. I despise you just as much as I despise your mother. My feelings will never change." "Emma, calm down." "Shut up. All of this happened because you decided to live with her. Reflect on that. I will never forgive you. What happened with the car? You got what you deserved. Serves you right." "What? You feel that way?" "Of course. I hope you suffer double the mortgage on the house and the car. It's the punishment you deserve. You're going to have to take it as far as you can, you son of a bitch." I left him with those words and grabbed my packed bags on my way out. I headed straight to City Hall to file for divorce. I deleted all his contact info and cut ties completely. Later, I demanded compensation from my mother-in-law for selling my belongings without my permission. She reluctantly started working. With demands for car payments from her son, she's likely working for the rest of her life. My husband is left with house and car loans, and his life has changed significantly. He no longer goes on stress-relieving drives, spending his days off confined to the house. Hopeless case, both mother and son. Karma's a real thing. Serves you right. After all this, I moved to an apartment near my workplace. Now that I'm single again, I have more financial freedom, and life is much more peaceful. Since it's my day off, maybe I'll take a drive to the beach today. This is what freedom feels like. I plan to enjoy my new life to the fullest.
My name is Melissa. My husband Paul is a light novel writer and a freelancer who handles various writing-related jobs. I support him as a secretary in his private office. I was working with my husband as usual. Oh, it's 3 p.m. I wonder if I can take a break. Contrary to my wishes, the sound of the front door opening with a thud echoes throughout the room. Both Paul and I pull a grim face. "Paul, tea!" The one who opens the living room door with a bang is Paul's older sister, Donna. She's supposed to be living at her parents' house, yet for some reason, she comes over every day at 3 p.m., drinks tea, gobbles up all the snacks we've received as gifts, and then goes home. "Again, I'm in the middle of work." "It's fine, right? I want my tea." "Are you serious? This is getting on my nerves." "Who are you talking to like that?" Donna slams herself down on the couch and crosses her legs. As usual, she digs into the snacks we have on hand and starts crunching away loudly. "Tea, tea, quick!" It's really unbelievable. Donna, so presumptuous and arrogant, as if she thinks the world revolves around her. She's a live streamer, or so she claims, but in reality, I don't know how much she actually earns or anything detailed like that. She also says she works from home too. "Hey you, you're my sister-in-law, make me some tea." This woman is trying to treat me like a maid. And because of this, Donna gets admonished by my in-laws, but it only stops at that moment. This attitude has been the same since I started dating Paul back in high school, so to me it's not a big deal. Do it yourself. Huh? Don't you dare get snarky with me! At the same time Donna shouted, the snack in her mouth scattered across the floor. Don't you dare talk back to me. You're a newcomer to this family. You should listen. I'm the eldest daughter, someone who needs to be listened to. If you don't like it, then get a divorce. I was obviously pissed off at that comment, but the one who showed frustration first was Paul. Enough! You're a nuisance! Get out! What? Wait! Paul stood up from his chair, grabbed Donna's arm, and dragged her away. Donna was making a ruckus the whole time, but... Next time, if you come in using the spare key we left with our parents, I won't forgive you. I'm reporting this to Mom and Dad. Wait, stop making a fuss. At the front door with Donna still whining, Paul put on the chain lock to prevent her from barging in again. Making sure Donna could hear, Paul immediately dialed a number on his phone. Hello, Dad. Donna came over again. Wait a minute. The sound of the door being persistently knocked echoed in the room, but after a while it fell silent, probably because Donna had given up and gone home. Paul and I exhaled a sigh of relief. Sorry to bother you again. No, it's okay. Since Donna was little, she treated Paul like a servant. Paul, with his gentle and quiet personality, never resisted, but after he started dating me and we got married, he began to show a willingness to stand up for himself. But we've been married for almost 2 years now. We've got to do something about that incessant coming and going. Yeah, she even showed up while we had guests the other day. Lately, our editor often comes by, usually between 3 and 4 p.m. One time, Donna tried to flirt with the editor while the editor came to our place and said, I'm his sister. What are your hobbies? Due to such outrageous actions, we've had to ask the editor to come by in the morning. Paul tends to get into the groove of his work in the mornings, so he'd rather deal with the editor in the afternoon. I heard from your mother-in-law that Donna comes here because she doesn't feel comfortable at home. Probably. She's like a hermit at home, and she might be lashing out at us because her parents keep nagging her. I'm sorry, I should be doing a better job at keeping her at bay. No worries, don't sweat it. Oh, remember we're visiting your parents' home to let them choose a restaurant for their 60th birthday celebration? Let's bring up Donna's issue then. Good idea. We should at least think about how to handle it. I called Dad earlier and apparently he didn't know she had taken the spare key. But they regularly change where they hide it, right? Yeah, recently Dad had hidden it in his wallet, and apparently there was a bit of a problem with that. What happened? Seems like some money was taken along with the key. What? But she's denying it, so the atmosphere back at home seems to be quite tense. Oh no. I felt a bit hesitant to bring up such a topic given the circumstances. But I really appreciate my in-laws, who have been kind to me since high school, so I have a strong desire to celebrate their 60th birthdays properly. I want to make sure your parents have a good time. Let's bring up the issue when the timing's right. Yeah, let's do that. Oh, by the way, what kind of restaurant did you choose? I've printed out some options. Want to take a look? Okay, let's see them. I showed Paul the information about the restaurants I had narrowed down as potential choices. Given that Paul was working so hard, I wanted to be supportive in this aspect. And for the celebration, I planned to let the in-laws choose from the shortlisted options. A week later, we pressed the intercom, but there was no response from the in-laws' house. That's odd. Mom and Dad should be home. Oh, their car is missing. Maybe they went out. Could be shopping. Maybe they're buying stuff for our visit? Well, it doesn't matter. Let's just go in and wait. Using the house key, Paul opens the front door. As we entered from the entrance, the sound of hurried footsteps echoed from the second floor. The one who descended the stairs with a noisy clatter was Donna.
Sis, if you're here, couldn't you at least answer the intercom?
Shut up! I'm busy. Hello, sister-in-law. As usual, Donna showed no courtesy with her greetings, but there was another reason why the reclusive Donna hurriedly came downstairs. You guys set up the place for Dad and Mom's 60th birthday celebration, didn't you?
Ah, yes, that's right. Why?
Where is it? Tell me.
Huh? Huh? You said you weren't going to attend, sis.
I've changed my mind. Just show it to me.
Here it is.
Originally, Donna had planned to skip the 60th birthday celebration. Is there a need to celebrate that? Haha. Donna said the real reason was something no one would expect to hear from their actual daughter. However, for some reason, she decided to attend. Wow, the great writer, huh? You must be doing so well. You've picked up quite the fancy restaurant, haven't you? Looking at the information she forcefully snatched from Paul, Donna chuckled snidely.
What's wrong with you? Stop saying things that get under my skin.
Why not? You must be making quite a bit, huh? Although I'm earning multiples of that, just so you know, haha. She always says such things to put Paul down. If she really is earning multiples of his income, she must easily surpass $100,000 annually. Notes that there is absolutely no evidence for this.
Also, it was Melissa who chose the restaurant, okay? Can you stop being so rude?
Then Donna began to stare intensely at me. I felt uncomfortable under her gaze and pulled back, asking, What is it? However, Donna began to say something outrageous. There we go, there we go. Paul, you've finally seen this woman's true colors, haven't you?
What? Huh?
Well, whatever, haha. I'm looking forward to the celebration. See ya. Donna forcefully pushed both Paul and me out of the entrance. For some reason, she kept the document.
She just had to make a nuisance of herself again.
Well, it's okay. We can print out the restaurant details anytime, and later we can confirm with my mother-in-law and father-in-law by showing them the photos, right? As it turns out, our in-laws seemed to have forgotten about our visit that day and had gone to a Sunday farmer's market. We received an apology from them later. After finalizing the venue and completing the reservation, we welcomed the day of the 60th birthday celebration. Everyone was to meet on site. Donna and our parents had arrived before us. We had an awkward exchange with Donna before, and though we tried not to dwell on it, her smug smile when she looked at me stirred a bad feeling in me. Despite this, we went ahead and entered the restaurant. We were guided to a private room, and the room was a traditional Japanese-style room. It looked much more beautiful than the pictures I saw online. Just as my father-in-law and mother-in-law were admiring the room with smiles on their faces and about to say something, "Don't let yourselves be fooled, Dad and Mom." Donna suddenly spoke up from behind us, grinning mischievously. Then, all of a sudden, Donna pointed a finger at me and yelled, "You're after our family's wealth, aren't you?" Startled, not only me, but also Paul, my father-in-law, and my mother-in-law were in blank surprise.
Wealth? What?
I had absolutely no idea what was going on.
Huh? Are you nuts? We're just an ordinary mid-class family.
Paul angrily retorted at Donna, but Donna's drama was far from over. As the eldest daughter, I'm set to inherit this house. You're planning to target my parents' wealth too, aren't you? I won't be fooled. I really don't understand what you mean. What made you think I would do such a thing? I was completely lost and tried to ask a question, but Donna didn't seem to have any intention of answering. I've seen through you from the beginning. You're a dangerous woman. You've got close to Paul for his wealth, and this proves it.
No way, we've been dating since high school. If she wanted to marry a rich person, she would have married someone else.
Donna just snickered at Paul's disbelief and started boasting. Normally, a woman who isn't after money would choose a restaurant with a more reasonable price. Look at this lineup, all expensive restaurants. Donna handed over some documents she had taken from Paul a few days ago.
So, what?
Don't you get it? In other words, this woman thinks she can do whatever she likes with your wealth. Do you get it? Men are so simple, ha ha ha. Donna burst into laughter. She didn't seem to notice us realizing how hopeless this was. So, I won't hand over the family's wealth. Paul, you understand now, right? The true nature of this woman. It's a nuisance to have her as a family member. You guys should get a divorce.
Huh?
This is an order from your eldest sister. For the peace and security of our house, you should get a divorce. So get out now. Don't ever come near my parents again. Donna came at me yelling. That's when Paul stepped in between Donna and me.
What the hell are you talking about? Apologize to Melissa right now.
Wait, Dad.
What's all this about money? Ridiculous. Melissa has been helping us set up our 60th birthday celebration. You should be helping too. Instead, you're doing something stupid.
No, Dad, look at this. Donna, flustered, hastily handed the documents to her father. My father-in-law skimmed through the material. If you look, you'll understand. She's chosen incredibly expensive places. She's going to drain all the wealth of a middle-class family like ours. And all the money is going to come from you and Mom. Right? I'm not wrong, am I? My father-in-law let out a big sigh. Of course, I, Paul, and my mother-in-law were at a loss for words. What?
Sis, we're paying for the 60th birthday celebration.
Huh? Donna's eyes were wide with surprise.
Of course, it would be a bit too much to have the person we're celebrating pay.
Wait. So this woman is still spending Paul's money however she pleases. Look, I was right all along.
What are you talking about? Melissa's working with me, you know. My salary is Melissa's salary too, and there's no reason for anyone to complain about it.
But, this place is really expensive. This too, and this. Don't you think so, Mom? Donna turned to her mother for help, seeking an escape. My mother-in-law stood there, head bowed. Right? Don't you think so? You understand, don't you, Mom? Listen, all these places on the list are filled with memories of your father and me. What? Donna was stunned. Melissa specifically asked us about it. She wanted to know about the places where we had our memories. And from there, she said she'd find a nice course meal for us. No way! The disrespectful things you've been saying, it's really shameful. My mother-in-law's voice was trembling. Donna was finally realizing her conjectures and inferences were incorrect, but it was already too late to rectify her mistakes, a fact she was about to become painfully aware of.
You've really messed up. You don't need to stay with us anymore. Go home.
Wait a minute, Dad. Why are you being so harsh? I'm your daughter. You can't just kick me out.
But you were originally planning on not showing up, weren't you? Don't worry about the cancellation fee. I'll take care of it.
Wait.
It seems we raised you wrong. We let you have your way as a daughter, but now we've reached our limit. Leave the house. It's for the best.
Don't make decisions without consulting me. Mom, what do you have to say? I agree. What do Paul and Melissa think? My mother-in-law's smiling face was terrifying as she spoke cheerfully. Donna looked at us with teary eyes as if begging for help, but I was told by your older sister not to get involved before. No, that was about my parents. Oh, is that so? Then I'll keep my distance. Please leave. You, this insolent sister-in-law. Donna tried to grab me, but my father-in-law stepped between Donna and me.
Go home.
My father-in-law glared at Donna and said in a low voice. Donna looked at my father-in-law's face, shrank back, and quickly left the restaurant. After that, we celebrated my in-laws' 60th birthdays and enjoyed our meal. When we got home, it seemed that Donna had been sulking at the house, but my father-in-law reiterated that she should leave. Donna cried and made a scene, so we started considering sending her to a rehab facility. "I'm not sick." She spat out these words and disappeared somewhere. According to rumor, she found a job with dormitory, but she couldn't hold on to it and was constantly changing jobs and addresses. Meanwhile, we are working hard every day. Our relationship with my in-laws is excellent, and we continue to enjoy their company. While we were a bit concerned about what's happening to our sister-in-law, we definitely don't want to deal with her selfishness ever again. I want to keep supporting my husband so that he can focus more on his work.